welcome to the final module of the official Sasuke Uchiha course. Now, when I say final module, I don't mean the last module, right? This course, the way I have it set up, is that it's constantly being updated. I'm constantly adding new things to it. And that's why I put it on Discord, because Discord allows me to do that. I can constantly add modules later in the future, yada, yada. But in terms of the base foundation of this course, what I wanted to do is take Sasuke, dissect the top 10 traits that make him, and we have finally gotten to trait number 10. But don't worry, there will be future modules. When necessarily, I have absolutely no idea. There are only 24 hours in a day, and because of that, I must pick and choose certain things to prioritize. Right now, my biggest prioritization is my biggest work of art ever, which is the official Itachi Uchiha course, which is currently on Patreon. And quickly, just before we get into this final module, those set list of guys who are my supporters on Patreon, I have to take 10 seconds to just thank you guys so much. You don't understand how much I value and appreciate you guys. And I know you guys are listening, which is why I have to take this second to give you guys the gratitude I have, because my biggest purpose is to help guys who want to be helped. Look, the YouTube channel is cool and all, and the Discord is cool and all, but at the end of the day, the reality of the situation is 90% of guys see my content and other just self-development content creators in general as a form of entertainment or just mental masturbation, but they never are actually serious about getting results in their life. The number one way of showing someone that you're serious in this society is value exchange. Like, imagine Bill Gates, right, going to his mentor Warren Buffett, or imagine me going to one of my mentors and be like, yo, bro, so I know you put in a couple thousand hours of your own life of trials and tribulations and pain and suffering, trying to figure out the truth in the best, most efficient way to get to the path of success. And on top of that, I know that you put another hundreds of hours into building a concise, solid system for other people so that they never have to spend those hundreds and thousands of hours of trials and tribulations in their own life, but they can get to the path of success much exponentially quicker. Can I have it for free? They would all tell me to fuck off, but that's unfortunately where 99% of guys are in this society. It's just like no sense of value exchange, but this take a mindset, and I should just be able to receive without ever giving. But yeah, anyway, shout out to my Patreon members. You guys are in alignment with my life purpose, which once again is to help those who want to be helped. And you guys have given me direct experience that you truly and genuinely from the bottom of your heart want to become an easily, more naturally higher version of yourself. And that this isn't just a game to you or just entertainment or just mental masturbation, but you're in alignment with the values of the Millennial Kingdom. And I, MKBRAD, you would never waste my time. And for that reason, I will spoil you guys for eternity. It is time to talk about the final trait that Sasuke Uchiha possesses, which is that of awareness. Now, out of all the characters in this show, actually Itachi possesses awareness stronger than just about anybody in anime history, but Sasuke, being the younger brother and being an Uchiha, possessed it on somewhat a strong level. Now, what exactly is awareness, MKBRAD? Because for most people, the majority of society, that's a very vague term, not really used a lot, and most people don't really know what it means or the practical implications of it. Well, that's why I'm here. So the MKBRAD definition of awareness is the ability to see. See what? Everything. Once again, we can't go a module without talking about society. Bro, everyone, when I say, or not everyone, but the majority of people, so damn near everyone, just lives their lives on zombie mode, on robot mode, on AI. They are sheep. Okay, so one exercise that you can do to train your awareness, or not even to train it, but just to become aware of awareness itself, is the next time you go to school, the next time you go out in general, to the grocery store, to the gym, wherever, out where there's other human beings, I want you to just look around. I just want you to see the other individuals and just notice, become aware of how everyone is just operating in a zombie fight state. Notice how everyone's walking around with zero control over their thoughts, their attention. Everyone's just moving like cogs in a wheel. They're just moving like sheep. Literally in a zombie fight state. They don't remember what they were thinking 5 minutes ago. Do you remember what you were thinking 5 minutes ago? Right? Whether you were listening to this course, doing whatever, you're about to turn this course on, right? Listen to the module. What were you thinking? What exact specific thoughts were you thinking about? 5 minutes before that, 15 minutes before that, what exactly were you thinking? Do you see what I'm saying? You can't remember because no one has complete control over their attention. We are all zombies. And so awareness, this trait that Sasuke had, that Itachi had, that Madara had, Awareness is your ability to unplug yourself from being in an asleep state. Awareness is the most powerful trait any human being could ever possess. But realize how, if you scan the top 10 traits that we've gone over in this list, awareness would be the thing that's downplayed the most. Awareness is the trait that no one talks about the most. Why? Because the people who run society, who run the world, know it's the most powerful. So they've kind of used judo to make people perceive it as not being something that's strong. When in reality, if you were to discover the power of awareness and what it is and how it's who you are, you would realize it's the most powerful trait you could ever have in your arsenal. Why, Brad? Why, MKBRAD, is awareness the most powerful trait? You're speaking about the powers of it, but what are the practical implications of it? Why is it so powerful? What do you mean it's the Renegon? Great question. So guess what? No matter what religion you follow, no matter what ideology or philosophy or whatever theology that you subscribe to, we can all collectively agree that God, Jesus, the universe, whatever you want to call it, its gift to humanity, the thing that separates humans from beasts, is free will or choice. Awareness is when you exercise that gift. Awareness is when you're using your free will. When you are exercising your free will, you use it via the muscle of attention, okay? So when society, and I say this over and over and over again, when you hear me say that society has control over your attention and everyone is living in a zombified state, what I'm saying is, if you don't have control over your attention, you're not using your free will, which means you're not a human being anymore. The thing that separates you from a dog, from a tree, from a cat, from the rest of all creation is that you have choice. You can make decisions on your own accord. You have free will. That free will is only exercised by awareness, aka attention. So if your attention is not in your control, you do not, by definition, exist. You are a zombie. You are a slave. You are sheep. This has to be the most important module of this course, because without this, you're done for. You're done for. If you don't control your attention, you have no control over your life. So all the issues that you're dealing with in your life can be changed just like that. With a snap of a finger, all your problems could be changed. But why can't you change them? Because society has put you into this matrix where it controls your attention. Therefore, you are not able to control your piffling life. Without awareness, you are always going to be under a glass ceiling. You're always going to be in the matrix. And for that reason, there's going to be a ceiling, a threshold, a glass ceiling that you're never going to be able to surpass, right? In terms of success, in terms of your potential as a human being. Because at any point, if you don't have awareness, if you don't have the ability to question things, if you don't have the ability to look deeper, to do your own research, to make your own decisions, that means you're just going to follow the herd. And what if the herd is going down the wrong path? That means you're also going to be going down the wrong path, thinking that it's the right path. And therefore, you're going to end up in the slaughterhouse like we've talked about in previous modules. Awareness allows you to make the right decision. It allows you to make and take actions with conscious awareness, right? So we take this back to Sasuke, right? And Sasuke didn't have awareness on the highest levels. I personally believe that I even have a stronger sense of awareness than Sasuke. But he did have it on some level. One great example of this would be when he built Team Taka, right? Because people like to say all the time, oh, Sasuke's a Sigma male. He operates lone wolf. Not necessarily. I understand what you mean, but he's definitely not a Keanu Reeves from, the John Wick movies. He's not that solo. He's not a lone wolf. He can be a wolf if he needs to be, but he's still at the root of things understands the importance of having a team to back his goal-oriented purpose. And so for a long time, he was really trying to go on his own lone wolf. Then he realized in order to reach Itachi the most efficient and smartest and most intelligent way possible, he would need a team and other people. He would need to be social to back his mission. And that's where he turned on his awareness, right, and built Team Taka. Obviously, awareness goes much, much, much deeper than surface layer situations like that. But the point is, without it, yes, you can receive some level of success, but it's going to be low. Because with awareness, without awareness, you're literally moving in a zombified asleep state. And you're only moving at like 3 to 5% of your full potential. Whereas when you turn on your awareness, you activate your Mangekyo Sharingan, you activate your Rinnegan, and you're able to move with the utmost amount of chakra 24/7 at all times. And you just move with a different power and everyone can sense it and notice it in you. Awareness is the single-handedly most powerful and important trait in all of human history And Sasuke's older brother just so happens to be the character, Itachi Uchiha, who possesses awareness more than any other anime character in the history of anime. So now, Brad, how do I make this practical? How do I train my awareness so that I can become the most powerful individual that I could ever be? Very, very, very simple. Now, the process is simple, but you actually taking action and doing it is not easy because you've been trained to do the opposite. So it's going against your natural inclination, your natural programming, so to speak. Okay. But what is it? How do I do it? All you have to do is just ask more questions. That's literally it. That is literally it. All you have to do is ask more questions. Stop going through life just completely ignorant of everything that you do. Stop following the crowd. Stop following all the other sheep. Remember, don't be a sheep. Be the herder. Be the one who leads the sheep, right? But in order for you to step out of the sheep line, you have to ask, are you in the right line? You have to ask questions. When you're at school, when you're at the grocery store, when you're at the gym, at the movies, wherever you're at, when you're sitting at home, you need to be studying your environment. You need to be taking mental notes of things. You need to be aware of what's happening around you, your situation, your context. Most people, once again, they're going to school. They go to school 8 hours a day. Then they come home. Then they go wherever. They go here, they go there. But they're doing all of it in the sleep state and they can't remember anything. They can't remember who was sitting behind them in class. They can't remember what conversation that person was having across the room. People think that all these little small things wouldn't matter when they 100% do matter. Because when you're able to look and see, you pick up on the subtle things that no one else notices and you can use them for your own advantage and for your own power. But that's for the Itachi Uchiha course. But for now, I can give you guys this simple exercise. Once again, it's simple but not easy. This simple exercise of just questioning everything. Everything that you read, question it, study it, look at it deeper than just the surface layer. I don't care what it is. Every social interaction you go into, when you're talking to people, with conversation, study it. Study what you did right, what you did wrong, what they did right, what they did wrong. Ask questions. Why was this person in this mood? Why is this person's energy like this? Why are they so happy? Why did they speak to me the way that they did? Like, ask questions. You built this reservoir, this arsenal, this playbook of reference experiences in your brain. And when you're able to build this insanely deep and in-depth textbook, encyclopedia of reference experiences of life, you're able to pick out certain things for certain situations in the future, and you will never, ever lose. This is the power of this. Once again, we're going to go insanely deep in this in the Itachi Uchiha course. You literally, in the literal sense, gain unlimited power. No one will ever be able to catch you off guard. Nothing will ever phase you, right? Because now this is beyond just mentality. You know, this Sasuke course is a lot about mentality. With awareness, it is the trait that even surpasses mind. It surpasses mentality. It turns you literally into a god because nothing can ever hurt or harm you. You will never lose in any situation because you have the reference experiences in the back of your mind, the playbook for every possible context and situation you will ever find yourself in. And at all times, you know where to place and position yourself to come out on top, no matter how small or how big the situation is. If you don't see the power in this, bro, it's probably because you are a zombie. You are a sheep. And that's my whole point. Everyone lives their lives in this super stupor zombified state. So when I speak on something like awareness, which is the most powerful trait any human being could ever have, most people off rip don't even understand. They don't see the value in it because they've never lived their life outside of this dumbed down, just zombified state. Like they're like fish. Imagine being a fish in water, and then you somehow found your way to the top of the shore, right to the top of the water surface, and you broke the surface, and you see for the first time the moon and the stars and the sun and the clouds and birds. And you're like, what is this world? What is this power? I didn't even know this existed. I could come up here. Now imagine going back into the ocean, right, dipping your head underneath the water again, and then swimming down to the school of fish at the bottom of the ocean, telling them, hey guys, I'm telling you, if you swim up to the shore, there's a moon, there's stars, there's clouds. And they're like, what? Right? It wouldn't register in their brains because that's something they've never had direct experience of. They've only spent their life in the ocean. That is why awareness is the most powerful trait of all time. Awareness is your ability to see the moon, the stars, the sky, right? See space as a fish living in water. You get to see the infinite potential and possibility and power that was gifted to you by the universe and you can use it. You can use it, right? Whereas all the other fish, they've never been outside of water ever in their lives, and therefore they're going to stay there for the rest of their lives. Which one will you be? Now I ask, right? Now I ask, because like earlier I was talking about, there's two groups of individuals in this self-development world and just life in general. Those who genuinely want results, and then those who just find shit like this, me talking right now, as entertainment or mental masturbation, or just a way to pass the time, or just to feel good about themselves, right? Because, listening to an audio course feels like taking action when it really isn't. Which group are you in? Which group are you in? Which group are you in? Who are you? Which one are you, man? Are you like Sasuke? Or are you like Kiba? Sasuke never talked about it. He just did it. He took action. He invested in himself. He wasn't scared of sacrificing anything for his goals. And then you have people like Kiba, who doesn't put in the hard work, but talks about how he's going to be the next Hokage, talks about how we should admire his ability when he has no ability, just mentally masturbating about success. Which one are you? As always, the choice is yours.